Croeso pawb to part 3 of the PlayStation Indies PSN sale. This sale ends on the 10th of March, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. I think this is the final part. Let's hope so. Okay, let's look at the games. One of my favourites is next, Everest VR. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on at least a 40% discount for a price of £3.99, or if you don't have PS Plus, £4.79, which is pretty good. This is a VR experience where you get to journey up Mount Everest, guided by a group of Sherpas, and it also includes an educational mode with information and audio recordings interviews with Sherpas. This is an awesome VR game for everyone, and the stunning views from the top of Mount Everest are unbelievable, they really are. Highly recommended. Skyhill is up next. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the low price of £1.59. This is a roguelike set in World War III, when a bioweapon attack hits your city and leaves you stranded in your penthouse apartment. But now your supplies are running low and you must brave the mutant-filled city in order to find more supplies and save yourself from starvation. Metalheads will love this. Slain Back from Hell. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for a price of £3.24, which is really good. This is a retro action platformer, where you control the fate of Bathorin, the doomed hero of a gothic world, who seeks to liberate the 6 cursed realms from their 6 deadly overlords. Featuring a heavy metal soundtrack by Kurt Victor Bryant, formerly of Celtic Frost, heavy metal fans will love it. Is it cold or is it me? Snow Moto Racing Freedom is next. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £2.99, which is really good. This is a snowmobile racer featuring over 40 challenging courses, 12 snowmobiles, 18 championship career modes, local and online multiplayer, and plenty of stunts and tricks to use while racing. It's pretty niche but looks cool. Scary Time, Soma. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for a price of £2.39, which is dirt cheap. This is a survival horror game where you're trapped in an underwater facility. With supplies running low, you must search the facility, uncovering its mysteries, while looking for an escape, and teaming up with other survivors along the way. There's also multiple story choices, and endings to experience as well, making your decisions more important. Next up is Sparkle Unleashed. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for a low price of £1.94. This is a match 3 puzzle game, and it's basically a Zuma ripoff if you've ever played that, where you have to match coloured orbs to destroy them before they reach the goal, and end in the level. Spelunky is the next game. It was released in 2014, so 7 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £3.59, which isn't bad. This is a roguelike game where you explore a randomised cave system, gathering as much treasure as possible without dying. And the game also includes 4-player local and online co-op for a bit more fun. Next we have State of Mind. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the low price of £3.49. This is an adventure game set in Berlin in 2048, where resources are low, illnesses caused by the pollution are rampant, and crime is on the rise. But technological salvation is promised by companies and the government. You play a critical journalist who wakes after an explosion to find that your wife and son have mysteriously disappeared, and now you must investigate to find out the truth of what's happened to them, and also uncover what's really going on with the government and the companies in league with them. SteamWorld Dig is next. It was released in 2014, so it's 7 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for a low price of £1.84. This is a Metroidvania game where you play as Rusty, an old mining robot, who after arriving at an old mining town, must dig below it in search of riches, and may even find an ancient threat that lurks below. The SteamWorld Heist spin-off is also on sale for 75% discount, £2.99 as well, if you're interested. Next is Stellatum. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £3.59, which is pretty good. It's a side-scrolling shooter where you're sent to destroy a comet headed for your planet, but you soon uncover an alien invasion force headed for your planet, and now you must defeat it to protect your homeworld from imminent annihilation. More VR now, Superhot VR. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for a price of £7.99, which is really good. It hasn't been cheaper than this before. This is a VR puzzle action game where you take part in amazing fights that you're always outnumbered in, and weapons must be improvised or taken from enemies, and the time only moves when you do, so you must plan your moves and then execute them to kill everyone and come out on top. This is an extremely unique and popular VR game that's well worth checking out. Next is Tesla vs Lovecraft. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the low price of £1.79. This is a twin-stick shooter where you play as Nikola Tesla, and on the eve of your greatest invention, your laboratory is burned down by the inhuman minions of H.P. Lovecraft. And now it's time for you to get your revenge on those eldritch horrors by blasting them all to smithereens. Next we have The Adventure Pals. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £3.59, which isn't bad. This is an action platformer where you set out to save the world with your best friends, a giraffe and a rock. You explore 5 unique areas with items to collect and unlockable accessories, and it also includes 2-player co-op. The Bard's Tale Remastered and Resnarkled is next. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, but it's based on a much older game than that. It's on a 75% discount for the low price of £1.99. This is an RPG adventure, and you play as the Bard, who is a selfish rogue weary of pointless subquests and rat-infested cellars. And through magical song, you must summon characters to join your quest for coin and cleavage. So why not relive the good old days with this remastered classic? Next we have The Bridge. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on at least an 85% discount for a price of 79p, or £1.19 if you don't have PS Plus. This is a puzzle platformer where you play 48 2D logical puzzles involving gravity, gravitational vortexes, parallel dimensions, and many more mind-bending concepts. I've completed this game and I gotta say I really enjoyed it. It's a pretty cool little puzzle game. The First Tree is next. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and is on at least a 70% discount for a price of £1.89 or £2.84 if you don't have PS Plus. This is an adventure game where you play as a fox looking for a missing family, and a son reconnecting with his estranged father in Alaska. This game boasts a very emotional story, with an accompanying orchestral soundtrack. Next we have The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 2. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the low price of £2.39. This is a top-down action RPG where you slay a horde of monsters as the legendary Van Helsing, in order to defeat the mad scientist and ride into the sunset. The first game is also on sale, for 80% discount £3.19, as well if you're interested in that too. Now we have The Inner World. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for a low price of £2.39, which is really good. This is a point-and-click adventure, where you live in an underground world, and play as Robber, a novice wind monk who teams up with the mysterious thief Laura, in order to find out why the wind fountains have stopped providing the air your people need for survival. The Long Journey Home is next. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for £3.49, which is really good. I've never seen it this cheap before. This is a roguelike RPG, when mankind's first jump drive malfunctions, and now your crew is stranded on the wrong side of the galaxy. And now you must journey back through the galaxy to return your crew home safely to their families. More VR now in The Mage's Tale. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 67% discount for a price of £8.24, which is pretty good. This is a VR adventure where move controllers are required, so if you don't have them, you can't play it. In this game, the corrupted wizard Galfroy has kidnapped your master, and only you can travel through the 10 dungeons, deciphering the puzzles and slaying the monsters in order to find and save him before it's too late. Our next game is The Spectrum Retreat. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 65% discount for a price of £3.49. This is a puzzle game where you are a guest in the robot-operated Penrose Hotel, where you must explore the mysteries of the hotel by solving colour-based puzzles in order to reach the higher levels of the hotel. I've completed this game and I really enjoyed it. It's a pretty solid puzzle game. Another puzzle game, the Talos Principle Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the low price of £2.99. This edition includes all of the DLC, and it's a puzzle game where you are an AI in a simulation of mankind's greatest ruins. You must explore these various ruins to solve the puzzles within and discover more about your world around you. Next we have The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the price of £3.09, which is pretty decent. This is a first-person mystery where you play as a detective who receives a disturbing letter from a boy in grave danger. So now you've set off to the Red Creek Valley to investigate the situation and help him if possible. Titan Souls is next. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for a price of £2.39, which is pretty good. This is an action-adventure where you journey into the spiritual source of all living things in order to fight and conquer the Titan Souls, and assemble their shards in a quest for truth and power. Another VR game for PS Plus members only is next, Titanic VR. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 50% discount for a price of £7.99 if you have PS Plus. This is a VR experience with optional move controller support, where you explore the wreck of the Titanic to salvage artifacts in the story mode, or take guided tours of the wreck, and even get to view a reenactment of the sinking Titanic event. I've completed this game and really enjoyed it. It's really cool and creepy to explore the wreck, and it's great to put friends and family in as well. Highly educational and highly recommended. Up next is Torren. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £1.59. This is a third-person action-adventure game where you play as Moonchild, traversing a tower that holds her captive, solving puzzles and defeating monsters along the way to try and escape. Next we have Typo Man. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £2.39, which is pretty decent. This is a puzzle platformer where you play as a character made from letters, who uses the power of words to affect the world around you, which is locked in an everlasting battle of good versus evil. The deluxe edition is on sale as well, but it only includes the soundtrack and a PS4 theme, so it's pretty pointless in my opinion. Uncanny Valley is next. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £2.31, which is pretty good. This is a survival horror game where you play a security guard on the night shift of an abandoned facility in the middle of nowhere, and mid-shift your disturbed nightmares become real in a terrifying twist with multiple decisions and endings as you uncover the shocking secrets of the facility. Next we have Undead Horde. It was released in 2018, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £4.19, which is okay. This is an action strategy game where you play as a necromancer, reanimating hordes of the undead to kill the living and their leader, King Paladin Benevictor, while also collecting endless amounts of loot along the way. Next we have Valley. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for a price of £1.79 or £2.39 if you don't have PS Plus. This is an adventure game set deep within a valley of the Rocky Mountains, where you find the Leaf Suit, allowing you to run and jump vast distances. And now you must use this suit, along with new abilities to command life and death, to explore the valley and uncover its mysteries. Victor Vran Overkill Edition is next. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for a price of £6.99, which is pretty decent. This edition includes both the expansion packs of DLC, and the game's a top-down action RPG where you become Victor Vran, hunter of demons on a quest to liberate the cursed city of Zagoravia. And it also includes 2-player local co-op and 4-player online co-op as well. Next we have We the Revolution. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on at least a 70% discount for a price of £4.74 or £5.69 if you don't have PS Plus. This is a simulation game where you are a judge during the French Revolution, with the decision over life and death before you, as you weave your way through political intrigue while dealing with the moral dilemmas brought before you. Next up is Worms WMD. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for a price of £4.99, which is good. This is a legendary strategy game franchise, where you customize a team of 4 worms to battle against other teams in turn-based worm combat to the death, using an arsenal of devastating weapons and now vehicles. This is a legendary series that I loved playing for years as a kid. Definitely take a look at it if you haven't played one before. And the final game I have is Zombie Vikings. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for a price of £2.37, which is not bad. This is a beat-em-up where you get to play as 4 fearsome Vikings sent on a journey to recover Odin's lost eye in comical 4-player local co-op fun. And we're finally at the end of the PlayStation Indies PSN sale. That was ridiculously long to the point where I think PlayStation is trying to kill me. But what did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones? Did I miss some games that should have been included? And what about the star buy? Should it have been a different game that got it? Throw all your complaints in the comments below and we'll argue about it later. I hope you guys found a lot of games that you liked, but more importantly I hope you guys saved a lot of money. And it wouldn't hurt Sony to do smaller sales in the future either. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Vour.